Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. With death comes grieving, and the loss of Heather Stevens is no exception. Daniel, Lucy, and Phyllis have been deeply affected by her untimely demise, but the sadness is far-reaching. Perhaps no one will mourn Heather more than her father, former Genoa City Chief of Police Paul Williams. It was during his devastating phone call with Daniel that a surprising development occurred. Daniel, having no idea how to tell the man that his daughter was dead, bit the proverbial bullet and made the call to Paul in Portugal. Choking out the unimaginable words, Daniel somehow explained to the ex-chief that Heather's body had been found in the river. He went on to say that he and Lucy were devastated and didn't know how they would go on without her. That's where the surprising twist came in. Daniel asked Paul to come to Genoa City to be with them. This was something we weren't expecting to hear, given that Paul has been off the canvas for years at this point, and absent on screen through any number of crises, including the end of his own marriage. It was Christine who went off to Portugal to visit her estranged husband and came home alone to deliver the news of their divorce. Based on Daniel's responses during the phone call, we were able to gather that Paul agreed to return. The conversation ended with Daniel thanking him and asking him to keep him posted. Stunningly, it seems that the former cheat's reappearance in Genoa City is imminent. Of course, that doesn't mean we'll see him. We can't imagine Young and Restless recasting the role, and his former portrayer Doug Davidson doesn't appear to have been asked to return to the show, as evidenced by his response to a fan with regard to the storyline. Where does that leave us? Well, this will probably go one of two ways. 1. Paul will have a change of heart and decide not to come after all, or 2. Paul will return, but we'll only hear about his visit from other characters rather than see him on screen. In the ever-evolving landscape of daytime television, few characters have managed to capture the hearts of viewers like Paul Williams from The Young and the Restless. Portrayed by Doug Davidson since the show's inception in 1973, Paul is a character that has witnessed countless changes in the fictional town of Genoa City, often standing as a pillar of strength and integrity. However, the recent uncertainty surrounding Davidson's status with the show has left fans questioning, is Paul Williams really coming back? Paul Williams first graced our screens as a fresh-faced young man with dreams of becoming a police officer. Over the years, he transitioned from a brash young cop to a seasoned detective, marrying several iconic characters and becoming a beloved fixture in Genoa City. His journey has taken him through various personal and professional challenges, reflecting the changing societal norms and the complexities of human relationships. Paul's character has often served as a moral compass in a world rife with intrigue and betrayal. Whether he was tracking down criminals or providing sage advice to his friends, Paul's steady presence made him a fan favorite. His relationships, particularly with characters like Christine Blair and his family ties with the Abbott and Newman clans, have added layers of depth to his character. In recent years, however, fans were jolted by the news that Doug Davidson would not be returning to the show after a significant hiatus. The departure sparked a wave of confusion and disappointment among longtime viewers, who had come to regard Paul as an integral part of the Y&R landscape. The showrunners seemed to be shifting focus, introducing newer characters and storylines, leaving some veterans, including Davidson, sidelined. Davidson himself took to social media to express his feelings, thanking fans for their support and reminiscing about the decades spent portraying Paul. While his exit may have been a strategic decision by the show's producers to revitalize the cast, it was met with mixed reviews. Many viewers felt that the absence of Paul Williams left a gaping hole in the fabric of Genoa City. The outpouring of support for Doug Davidson was overwhelming. Fans initiated social media campaigns to bring Paul back, using hashtags like #BringBackPaul and #JusticeForPaul. They shared their favorite moments from the show, celebrating the character's legacy and significance. The grassroots movement highlighted just how deeply ingrained Paul is in the series' history. Fans argued that Paul's experience and wisdom were needed now more than ever. In a world increasingly fraught with moral ambiguity, the character of Paul could serve as a grounding influence, helping to navigate complex narratives. The fan response illustrated not just an attachment to the character, but a broader sense of community built around the young and the restless. With daytime television grappling with declining ratings and shifting viewer demographics, producers have often resorted to radical changes in casting and story arcs. New characters have been introduced to appeal to younger audiences, while legacy characters have found themselves relegated to the background. In this shifting landscape, it's understandable that characters like Paul, who have been around for decades, might struggle to find relevance. Yet, the show's history is rife with examples of how legacy characters can be revitalized. The return of fan favorites has often been met with enthusiasm, suggesting that viewers crave continuity amid change. While newer characters are essential for growth, they cannot fully replace the emotional investment that longtime fans have in the veterans. As the show's landscape continues to evolve, rumors about Davidson's return have begun to circulate. While there has been no official announcement, speculation is rife among fans and insiders alike. Some reports suggest that Davidson has been in talks with the showrunners to reintroduce Paul in a meaningful way, possibly tied to ongoing story arcs involving other legacy characters. The show's writers have often used nostalgia as a tool, reintegrating beloved characters to tie up loose ends or deepen current plots. If Davidson were to return, it could provide an opportunity to explore Paul's relationships, particularly with Christine, who has recently faced her own challenges. Nostalgia is a potent force in storytelling, particularly in long-running series like The Young and The Restless. Characters that resonate with viewers evoke memories and emotions tied to their journeys. Paul's return could serve not only as a nod to longtime fans, but also as a bridge for newer viewers to connect with the show's rich history. As the landscape of daytime television continues to shift, the value of characters like Paul becomes even more apparent. They offer a sense of stability and continuity, reminding audiences of the show's roots. Bringing back Doug Davidson as Paul Williams could reinvigorate interest in the show, drawing back lapsed viewers and celebrating its legacy. As of now, the future of Doug Davidson and Paul Williams remains uncertain. However, the outpouring of support from fans, coupled with the show's evolving narrative, leaves room for optimism. Whether through a dramatic return, a surprise cameo, or a more significant role in upcoming storylines, the potential for Paul's resurgence is a topic of excitement among viewers. Ultimately, the question remains, will Doug Davidson reprise his role as Paul Williams? While the answer may be elusive, one thing is clear: Paul's legacy endures in the hearts of fans, and the door to Geno City is always open for a beloved character like him to make a grand return. The ongoing story of The Young and the Restless is far from over, and the best may yet be to come.